Hey everyone, hope you're good. Just Matt, just wanted to shoot our little live video tonight with Mr. Breed here, who's very kindly agreed to give up some of his family time and pop over to the studio to have a conversation about the Ironman he did last Sunday. So if you can just let us know when you're on board, and if you can just put a comment down below just to say hi and that you can hear me. Hey Si, that'd be really good. Hey Chrissy, you promised you'd be on this one, so good on you. All right, Rod. If you just give us a little thumbs up, maybe just a little comment just to say that you can hear us, and then at least I know that I'm not boring you with at least just my face. Do I want to tag Matt in this video? Yes, I do. Cool. No. Can you hear me, Si? Chrissy, pop a little message below just to let me know. As soon as we get that going, then we'll get cracking. Plenty of thumbs up going on.
Nice.
Yes, Samantha. Awesome stuff. Great stuff. Cool. Right, we're going to get cracking. So, for those of you who don't know, Matt, how long have we known each other now, Matt? At least a year, haven't we?
Yeah, just over a year.
Just over a year. Yeah. It's been an interesting year, eh?
It's been a long year. Yeah.
Matt, just obviously you completed your first Ironman just 8 days ago.
Yep.
Brilliantly well done, mate. What I want to do is I want to give everybody a bit of a taste of your journey. So just for those people who don't know you, give them a little insight into some of your background and what you did, what you've done previously.
Cool.
We'll come
yeah,
to
no worries. So probably fitness-wise and everything else, before coming to Ironman, cycling was kind of my thing.
Yep.
Been riding a bike for about 4 years prior to that.
Yep.
Before that, I did some running, mainly to lose weight. I got up to about 18 stone when I was 36 or so about 7-8 years ago.
Okay.
Thought I really need to sort that out before I turned 40, so started running.
Yep.
Got up to doing a Plymouth half marathon, but with no sort of coach, no training. Didn't really know what I was doing. I actually ended up just getting knee injury, knee problems and stuff like that, so moved on to the bike. And then, on the bike, really enjoyed it, got kind of addicted, I guess, in a way.
Yeah.
Found myself going further and further, started doing things like Eden Classic 100, Ride London, did a 150-mile coast-to-coast ride, so kind of really got into endurance riding.
Yeah, that's good.
And then I reckon I kind of got a bit bored of it, I would say, probably did too much too soon, and then back end of last year I started kind of really struggling mentally with it, kind of just bored, I guess, in a way.
Yeah, okay. So your lifestyle, your work commitments, you're not retired, you're not,
No,
so
I wish.
Just give us a little insight into obviously the fact, just a bit around your, what sort of each day, each week kind of entails for you, because it's not as if you're sat at home waiting to train, is it?
No, so got a busy job, probably working on average, a busy time of year, could be 10 hours a day.
Yeah.
Monday to Friday predominantly, but some weekends as well. Run a recruitment business, regional manager, cover from sort of Bristol, even South Wales at times, all the way down to Redruth, so a lot of driving, a lot of travelling.
Yeah.
Saying just a minute ago, really have to have some kind of structure outside of work, because work can be quite chaotic.
Yeah.
And obviously with family life, young daughter as well, and my wife, trying to fit it all in is quite difficult, quite a challenge.
Yeah, exactly that. So what would you say, obviously this time last year we had a conversation about you starting, didn't we?
We certainly did.
So what was the little match that got you going then?
I think he's watching. About this time last year.
He's responsible for a lot.
This time last year, Simon did a Facebook Live, very similar. And you know what? I looked at it and I'd seen it and thought, I quite fancy that.
Yeah.
Quite fancy that. I could do that. Simon's done it. So I messaged him after his Facebook Live, went and had a coffee up at Costa with him, wanting to understand how much training was involved.
Yeah.
See whether it was something I could kind of fit in.
Yeah.
He convinced me I could.
Persuasive character.
Very persuasive. And so I contacted yourself, and we started putting together a plan.
Yeah. What? Just on touching on that, then obviously fears. What were your initial fears?
Hadn't swum for years. Last time I ran, I got knee injuries, and it was only a half marathon, not a full marathon. Pretty much confident on the bike. I thought got that one in the bag.
Yeah.
But yeah, 2 events that I had no real experience of.
Yeah, swim and run basically.
Yeah.
You know, like you say.
Yeah.
On a bigger scale. I think the swim is a massive thing for a lot of people, isn't it?
Oh, definitely.
You know, whether it be technique, whether it be confidence, whether it be just actually hasn't swum since school.
That was exactly what it was for me. I'd swum a lot when I was younger. I actually swam national trials, all sorts of things.
Yeah.
But it was all short course, all sort of 100 metre max.
Right.
And then I thought I'd really done more swimming than I had, and really it dawned on me when I started training, I've basically just been splashing around in a pool for the last 25 years, not doing a lot.
Yeah.
So, that was a real challenge when we started that.
Yeah. So, obviously we started the journey, around November time last year.
Mm-hmm.
October, November. The start of the year wasn't exactly as planned, was it?
No. So we started this journey in October, signed up for the Ironman, thought at least if I've paid the money that commits me to doing it.
Yeah, skin in the game.
And then beginning of December, I got diagnosed with testicular cancer. So that was a bit of a smash in the face, really. Kind of didn't know how that was going to transpire, what was going to happen. So all through sort of kind of Christmas, we've been tests and so blood tests and CT scans and all sorts going on. But even throughout that, I thought I'm going to carry on training. Being fit is obviously going to be good for it anyway. So, until the doctors or specialists tell me otherwise, I'm going to carry on. Mm-hmm. And then in January, beginning of January, I actually removed my testicle. So I had it's a big scar. It's a bit like a hernia operation. Big scar down on the lower stomach, really. Yep. So cut through all of my abdomen, which caused a problem with the training. But I again mentally decided how good it would be to actually defeat cancer and do an Ironman in the same year.
Mate. Yeah.
And so that kind of mentally kept me on the straight and narrow. Yeah. And actually, it was only about 3 weeks I wasn't training.
Yeah, you didn't miss a lot, did you? In the end, you were.
No.
Oh, well. Yeah.
Yeah, probably shouldn't have done that, but there you go.
Yeah, but it is impressive. So, on from that, then obviously, when we talk about setting out a plan like this, we obviously look at the goal, we work backwards from it. Mm-hmm. So the big thing for you was right. Okay, so 6 months before your full Ironman, we're going to try and do a half.
Yep.
And obviously, with what happened, it started to squeeze that time frame, didn't it? So we only really had probably the best part of 2 months. Probably.
Yeah, I think I got back to training properly mid to late Feb.
Yeah, so then it was early May, wasn't it, that we did your first half Ironman?
Yep.
And then we did the long course weekend, didn't we? So that was the next.
Long course weekend was in August, yeah.
So for those of you who don't know, the long course weekend is basically a swim on the Friday, bike on the Saturday, and run on the Sunday of the full Ironman distances. So 2.4 mile swim, 112 mile bike, and then the marathon on the Sunday. How would you looking back on those 2 events? Obviously, I feel they were important for you to do.
Yep.
How did you feel? Half Ironman, just first ever half Ironman. Tell us your feelings.
First half Ironman, first triathlon, kind of a bit overwhelming. Felt fully prepared for it. We'd done the training. I always knew from my cycling days that if I do the training, the rest will be all right. Mm-hmm. But kind of the swim scared me. I hadn't done much open water swimming by then because obviously it'd been quite cold.
Yeah.
Over at Adrenaline Quarry or out at Bude. So that was a bit concerning, but luckily the river there warmed up. Again, knew the bike would be all right, and then half marathon, and it's a great event. Yeah, I mean, scenery stunning.
Yeah, the swashbuckler in the New Forest.
Yeah, and just an amazing day, and loved every minute of it.
Yeah, it was brilliant. What about the long course weekend then? First time going really long on a marathon and going really long in an open water swim?
Again, had done the training on, although saying that, the longest run I'd done was 14 miles before it, so I was a bit dubious, a bit scared, but I thought, we'll be alright, we'll get it done. Yeah. Full length swim, sea swim. Yeah. But it's 2 laps, so it's the Australian exit. Yep. So you get out and do a bit of running in the middle, which just doesn't work. Not for me anyway. And yeah, got in the water. And before that, about 2-3 weeks before, there was up at Roadford, they had a 4K swim.
That's
where
right, yeah.
actually they shortened it because of the weather to 2K, and I got myself taken out by the rescue boat.
Yeah.
Wasn't in the right frame of mind.
Yeah.
Got all panicky, got scared, and to be honest, got myself pulled out. So it was a real big thing, long course weekend.
Yeah.
That the swim on that was really kind of my nemesis. I knew if I could get that,
Yeah.
I could pass that, then we'd be all right in Barcelona.
Yeah.
And luckily, got to Tenby. Water was flat, calm.
Nice and calm, yeah.
Great thing was there's loads of barrel jellyfish in there, and actually that kind of scared a lot of people, but I knew they were harmless, so it kind of really calmed me down, really distracted me in the water, and yeah, loved it.
Yeah.
Bike course was hilly, and the marathon, well, 26 miles, first ever marathon, I really enjoyed it, weirdly.
Yeah.
The crowds come out, they get you through, you know. It was a hot day, there's people in the gardens, hoses,
Nice.
Everyone got into it.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Everyone says that event's real good, like support, and obviously having watched the full Ironman in Wales this year, you can kind of see that.
Yeah,
You can see
the
that
town
shining
comes
through.
out for it, definitely.
Yeah, brilliant. What's obviously there's been a number of things through the journey I'm sure that have surprised. What's from your perspective? Obviously, having done a bit of cycling and having had a coach for cycling as well.
Mm-hmm.
What sort of things surprised you most? I guess in over the journey, like in terms of, well, what the hell's Matt asking me to do this? Or
I can definitely go down that. So when we started the journey last year, I really mentally struggled with the amount of strength and conditioning we were doing.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't really understand what the bigger picture was.
Yeah.
I was thinking, why is he asking me to do this? What benefits this going to have? Obviously, it transpired. That is exactly the reason why now I can run 26 miles without getting injured. But at the time, I couldn't understand it. And I also, through my cycling, have been used to sort of getting my heart rate right up.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, approach for doing a full Ironman is to keep your heart rate at a nice steady level because you're out all day.
Yeah.
I couldn't get my head around that for a while either.
Yeah.
I was thinking, hang on, I'm not doing enough. I'm not, not tiring my body out enough, really.
Mm.
So yeah, back at the beginning, I really struggled with that.
I think that's certainly something I found when I transitioned from rugby to triathlon. Is like I couldn't understand why you'd want to go out for a 4-hour bike ride when you could do 30-second intervals and feel like even more tired. But I think as we learned, aerobic efficiency, and especially over the full Ironman distances, is what you need to be very very adapted in using that. So yeah, anything that you sort of found harder than expected? Obviously, the whole day on the full Ironman is hard, but
Oh, you mean on the day or
just
the
just
build-up?
generally actually, just sort of, is there anything that you found harder than you thought it would be?
Probably, I'd say the mental battle with the swimming. For me, throughout the whole thing, it was even up to the day, I was not sure if that was going to be a rough swim like Simon had last year, how I'd have reacted to it.
Yeah.
So that was always the real struggle. And I knew on the day, within 10 minutes of being in that water, I thought, I've got this today, because I was just calm.
Yeah.
And actually the swim was quite enjoyable.
Yeah.
So it was the mental battle with the swim for me more than anything else.
I think the thing is you can always, there's always that emotion, isn't there? That fear, which is an emotion of like what could happen. But the reality is you did a 120 swim in your first ever Ironman.
Yeah, no, I was quite pleased.
I think it's pretty good. So, what's if you had to look again, sort of looking back over the journey, the three biggest things you've kind of learned either about yourself or triathlon specific. What have you learned?
Wow.
If you had to pick three.
So I've definitely learned that I don't give up. That's one thing I don't do. If I set myself a challenge, I will do it, come hell or high water, I'll find a way.
Yeah.
Which I kind of knew, but it's massively enforced it. The journey I've been on the last year, that if I commit, I commit. It's as simple as that. So I've definitely learned that. I've learned that there's some crazy people that we've shared this journey with, and that it's been great in a way, because no question has been out of bounds.
Mm-hmm.
We've had little sort of WhatsApp group going where, yeah, you can ask those questions that perhaps I'm not going to ask you, Matt. You know, whether it be about, you know, Imodium's definitely been on there quite a bit. All sorts, you know, that you just wouldn't ask your coach.
Okay, that's cool.
And it's great.
Yeah, that's good.
Really, really helped throughout the journey, to be honest. And, you know, even those days when you're feeling down and you don't want to get out of your bed and you don't want to go out and go for a ride, you know you've got a support network there that are kind of willing you to get it done. Makes a big difference.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I always think that, like, you know, surround yourself with the right people, whether it be a coach, but you got to have your family sort of around you on board, definitely. I think you need good friends as well.
Yep.
And I think you having those people around you, like all those people that did Barcelona with you as well. I mean, yeah, I wasn't part of that group chat, but I understand that there was plenty of good humour in there. And
yeah,
I think
Simon says if we could print that off, we'd have a bestseller, and I think we probably would.
No one would be able to understand it.
But yeah, and you mentioned it there, family as well. You know, in order to do that, you've got to have a very supportive family. They've got to be in on the journey from the start, because it's when it gets to the business end, there's a lot of training, a lot of time. So
let's talk about the actual day itself then, because like I was obviously there watching, and the hairs were standing up on my arms watching, and supposed to be the gun went off. So talk us through the day, mate. So let's just give people a bit of an insight, maybe what time you woke up.
I can't remember what time we woke up, but
Just
standard
sleep,
event.
right?
You don't really sleep the night before, do you? You just kind of muddle your way through. I've been really quite calm up until that night, and that night I just didn't really sleep. So somewhere between nerves, excitement. So yeah, I think I was awake about 4, half 4, something like that.
Yeah.
Realised that the Imodium I'd packed, I'd actually sent down to the start and had it in my transition bag down there.
Stop your bag from having an accident.
So I went off down there early. Luckily in Barcelona you can go to your transition bags before. Took Imodium, just took in some of the atmosphere actually. Just really, just seeing everybody set up there. Really nice. Such a big event.
Yeah. 3,000 odd athletes.
3,500
athletes. Yeah.
So finding your bike's a bit of a problem. And then just slowly we were getting ready. I think everyone got down there about 7, because it's actually about 8:15 start, I think.
Yeah.
Or 8:05, I think, for the pros. So about 7 o'clock we all met up down there. Got into our wetsuits. Just kind of like, okay, this is happening now.
Yeah, it's real,
This
on the beach
is
in the
happening.
wetsuit.
Yeah, we're going down on the beach. Sitting there, music playing. You kind of get yourself on your pen, and they get the music going and get you in the mood. Bit of Thunderstruck. Not as much as I thought there would be though, but amazing atmosphere, absolutely amazing. And then you see the pros go off, and you lose concept of time. And I was just watching, and I was thinking, wow, they're slow. How slow am I going to be? This is going to be a struggle, but obviously they weren't. It just looks it because of the distances that are involved.
Yeah.
And then, it came to our time, and just you start in groups of 5 or 8, and in the water you go, and there's a bit of pushing and shoving, but that kind of gets you in the
gets the adrenaline
race,
going.
in the race front mindset, and got the swim done, and coming out, as I said, within 10 minutes, I kind of thought, I know we've got this now. We've got the swim. Coming out of the swim into transition, get rid of the wetsuit, which was quite a relief, to be honest, and getting on the bike, the bit that I knew would be fine.
Your fun bit.
Yeah, enjoyed that. And it's a flat course. It's, relatively flat from around here, and I think it's about 2,800 feet in the 12 miles.
12 miles,
so got that done in 5.25 hours, I think, something like that.
Good time.
Yeah, and then changing to run kit, transition. There's a lot of work to do on transition. I think it's about 10 or 11 minutes, just chilling out, and then go for a run.
26.2 miles.
And my legs did not work.
Yeah.
I could not get them to go. So it was we trained 9-1.
Yeah. And
I was doing 3 minutes running, 2 minutes walking, 5 minutes running. I just couldn't. For the first hour, I really struggled to get my legs working properly, and then it kind of was fine.
Came well, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when I saw you on the first lap, and I think your words were, "I'll be alright if these legs would work." And then the second lap, you were like, "Much better now."
Yeah, I had a smile on my face.
Yeah.
I actually had a smile on my face. And the third lap was a bit of a struggle, just mentally, because you come round and there's the chute, and you can hear him calling people in as Ironman, and you're going, "Oh, I've got to go off for another 9 miles."
Another lap, yeah.
But yeah, awesome. And then you get to hear those immortal words as
Yeah,
you.
on the red carpet.
I say you get to hear them. I didn't hear them, but luckily I've seen enough footage now with it on there. So and you get to see you cross that line and seeing all the crowds on the finishing chutes. Just wow,
Yeah.
amazing.
I remember
Shivers down your spine.
I was stood behind, obviously, Emma, your wife, at the time.
Yeah.
And just seeing you guys kind of embrace each other on that finish line was amazing.
Yeah,
Really,
awesome.
really.
Just so glad I saw her on the line.
Yeah.
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 But yeah, that's
good.
brilliant. And yeah, I mean, wow.
And since then, so obviously I know had a few beers afterwards on Monday and maybe Tuesday and maybe Wednesday.
Oh well, I came home on the Wednesday.
Okay.
I wasn't there on the Wednesday, but
Okay,
certainly the
fine.
Monday and Tuesday. Yeah, we it was a year's worth of training, and now it's time to let your hair down.
Yeah, exactly,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Off season.
Yeah. So goals moving forwards then, mate. So you finished your big day. How have you felt in the last 8 days then?
Buzzing, absolutely buzzing. So we spent 2 days kind of just enjoying life in Barcelona or Calais, and then came home straight back to work. And then, but even at work, they all knew I was doing it. So lots of messages, support, lots going on there.
Yeah.
We were tracking you, and it's just like, wow, how many people were tracking us? It's
I know,
insane.
Nice.
And yeah, just a real buzz. And now it's time to start thinking about next year.
Yeah.
And
So
what I might do.
on that, you got any thoughts? You don't have to commit now, right? I know.
Good.
I know I'm pretty.
I can't share this. Yeah, Em's probably watching.
Emma, you can turn your screen off now. Time to switch off, Emma.
It won't be another fall for me
Yeah.
next year because the time commitment's got a young family and that probably too great. But I'm thinking at the moment probably just doing a couple of halves.
Yeah.
Maybe Staffs
Fine,
and maybe Weymouth.
Sweet.
Next
Sounds
year,
good.
and try and work on a bit of speed and got the endurance. Try and get a bit faster.
Yeah. So we'll finish up. But if anyone's got any questions, just pop them in the group then. I'll see if I can read them out. Advice to anybody watching the video, not necessarily someone who wants to do an Ironman, because I appreciate that doesn't actually excite everybody. I appreciate that. But like anybody who's sort of maybe sat there thinking, I've got something in me, and I'm not sure about committing, to that goal that is outside the comfort zone. Have you got any little nuggets of advice that you, aside from saying go for it?
Well, I mean, the obvious thing is don't doubt yourself.
Mm-hmm.
We are all more capable of things than we believe. So do commit. I think until sometimes, or speak to somebody, who's whether it be a coach or whether it be a friend, whatever it might be.
Yeah.
And say, look, I'm thinking of doing this. Do you think I can do it?
Yeah.
Someone you trust.
Yeah.
They ain't going to tell you can't if you can't. And then commit. Because once you commit, that's half the battle.
Yeah.
Then you've got to just put a plan together
And
on how you
do
can
it
do it.
backwards.
Whether it doesn't have to be based around exercise. It could be anything in your life, whatever it is.
Yeah,
but just make those decisions. But seek advice first. From people you trust. But if you're going to do it, we are capable of it.
Yeah.
If you put your mind to it and you put the right structure around it, you can do it.
I think that's one of the key things that we mentioned earlier in the video is having that support network. You were lucky to have that support network, but that was created by you and the others. So I think that, to me, is one of the standout things. It doesn't matter what conversations actually happened in there. It's just about actually a group of people who were commonly aligned, trying to go to reach the same target. They were going to. Your journey was very different to Greg, to Louise's, to David's on their first Ironman. Obviously, it was different, but ultimately you end up in the same location on the same day at the same time doing the same event.
Yep.
So there was some.
There was commonality in there. Kat was in there as well, and her event was earlier in the season. But Yeah, there was just lots of people with similar goals and actually similar challenges, questions, doubts.
Yeah.
You know, because you all have doubts. For a year's journey, you will have doubts. Share them, you know.
Yeah. Talk about your fears. Get them out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where people have it. Cool. Right. Well, I'm gonna let Matt go home now. What's this? Emma Breed. He's retired. Okay, Emma. Cool. All right.
Thanks, son.
Yeah. you keep believing that. Eh?
Yeah.
No, it's good. So well, mate. Thank you very much for popping over.
Pleasure, mate.
Appreciate your time.
Pleasure. Thank you for your time.
And we'll have another conversation off air when Emma's not watching.
Absolutely.
Right.
Cheers, all.
Night all. Cheers. Bye.